So, welcome to the Industry Unfiltered. So we have a special guest today. So I'm going to have you introduce yourself, tell us your name, your current position, where you work if you're comfortable, and how long you've been in the hospitality industry.
Okay. Hi, Tay. Good evening. Good afternoon. Shawna Thunburg. Welcome. I work currently at Bestbet, a poker card room actually in Northeast Jacksonville, the busiest one in Florida. And may I say possibly the nation, but yes, we do work here. And my role here is I am actually the overnight grave shift supervisor. I'm in charge of logistics in the room for about 10 to 12 hours a day. I run basically all operations as far as making sure that all state standards are met. I make sure that all the employees' needs are met, any grievances, day-to-day, what have you that come up. I'm pretty much like a crisis manager in that aspect. And then I also, am here at the behest of our guests. Whatever they need, we're gonna run for them and they get it right. I've been here for about 15 years with Bestbet. I've been in the hospitality industry, I guess you would say, actually all my career. If somebody needs something, let's go get it. Let's make it right. That fine finesse. I feel like hospitality is that beautiful little shine that's on everything. So yeah, we've been in here that long. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been good.
Perfect. That sounds amazing. So getting into the first question today, tell me a bit more about your role and what a typical day looks like for you.
Okay, well, we're just getting on today. We start, I would call like a weekend where I work Wednesday through Saturdays is our busiest time operations for our card rooms. Usually typically at night. I get in, hit the floor running. This room is already running at a high speed level. So, I might drop in and have to get all my notes from my opening manager for the day, be it any grievances, any high rollers, or any special guests that might be in for the day. Might have to touch base with them and see exactly how their needs might need to be met on the floor. Other than that, I also have to check in with my other people to see if all of my team is operating smoothly for the day. If there was any state compliance officers or any kind of compliance officers in the building, that something has to be met with them. So day to day, we have to make sure that does change from day to day, but I feel like, if I got an alphabet in front of me, I might have to only do letters A through E today.
Right.
But yeah, something like that aspect comes up, I gotta get it done.
For our next question, what is something guests or customers don't realize happens behind the scenes? And I guess for our case, we're talking about players. What do they realize that doesn't happen behind the scenes?
Oh gosh, probably the amount of prep work it takes to get every day done, and then every week done, every tournament done. It doesn't just happen. There's a whole bunch of people behind the scenes getting it done. There's a lot of training that goes into it, and then you have to have good leaders that, hey, this is where everything goes. You know what I mean? It looks effortless sometimes, right? It really does. But there is a lot of work to make that look like that. Almost like when dealers are dealing, they got to put in a lot of practice, and suddenly put it out, and they're like, whoa, how do they do that just so pretty, like a magician? It's kind of like that in a bigger aspect on our floor.
Yeah,
100%.
I definitely understand that, especially going through like dealer class myself, like understanding everything that goes behind dealing, and then getting out onto the floor and having to make it look effortless.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's a lot of little things done right that makes it better. That's what I'm learning lately. Like, you do these little things right over and over again, it makes it real big picture. I meant.
Right. For our next question, what's one misconception people have about working in your area of hospitality?
Misconception. That was when I was toying over. I remember that this is one of the interview questions. I was just trying to think I don't know if there's any misconceptions. I want to say they think I can get anything done for them, but I feel like I can in some weird way. But I think in my role at this job, a lot of people misconstrue because we're state compliant, because we have these rules in place. They are stringent, and sometimes in hospitality business, you can actually skirt around these things to make things right. And here in this room, there's just some things I can't bend. You know what I mean? So I think when it comes to like hospitality, you know, you do want to go above and beyond for people, but I think there's some limits in the gaming industry that say, hey, stop.
Right.
You can't go all the way out. You know, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, I guess you'd say.
Right.
Like, in a way, that's where I'm at. Like, I think that's the only misconception that people have about that.
You share a moment when things didn't go according to plan and how your team handled it.
Oh yeah, we have lots of moments, and that's part of my job, but I could pick out one this past week. You know, we had a bio thing happen, and it's like you're on a time schedule throughout your shift, and I think that's with most things. When you get into a time schedule, you're like, okay, gotta follow these things, but then all of a sudden your plate gets piled on within like a very short compressed time, and like,
right.
How do we manage that, you know? So when things don't go our way, you know, the number one thing I think across all industries is remaining calm is best. Take a breath. It's not out of control. You know how to deal with this,
right.
and just to take each opportunity like that and learn from it, and don't just brush it aside like, why is this happening to me? Like, how can I make this happen less? You're not going to make it happen less, but how you manage it is really how you go in, and taking that breath, using those skills that hopefully you brought with you to the job,
right,
will actually help you. And then ask for advice. Oh my gosh, ask for advice. Please ask for advice, guys. Don't just think you know it all just because you have an AI model or whatever with you. Like, ask for advice. There's some old school tricks, I promise you, that'll work really well for everyone. Sorry, we're getting after it. We got a lot of fun people in here, guys. All right.
Okay.
Willingness and openness to see every guest exactly the same. Does that make sense? Meaning, you're gonna have black, white, red, and blue come up to you, whoever they are, but if you treat them all like the King and Queen of Scotland in a way, or even just treat them how you would your favorite person every day, I think that speaks volumes. You know what I mean? That's what I think that's like important. Just not being a cover by its book, and just whoever they are in front of you, 100% take care of the way you would want to be taken care of.
Right.
Anywhere you go, I don't care if it's in a fast food place, or if it's in your high-end place, or if you're at a hotel, or if you're just at Airbnb, if you're managing that in a way, treat them all like that, a 5-star, no matter what.
Right.
No matter what.
Yeah, I feel like our professor has definitely been like teaching us that, like, especially working in the hospitality industry, you have to treat people like at their highest.
The value.
You want them to come back because they experienced everything that they wanted when they came in.
Absolutely. Value is everything right now, because when dollars are stretched so much.
Yes.
I mean, I was even complaining to my wife the other day. I was like, man, the food isn't as much as it was. I want a heap of food for my $20, whatever much these baskets are now. But like you said, value. If you give somebody value standing in front of you, even if it's for 2 minutes they stand in front of you, it's lasting.
Right.
It's very much lasting. So I think that's really, really important in this business.
Right.
Yeah.
So, question, what is the most rewarding part of your job?
People. The amount of people I've met who've given great advice, the networking that comes with those people too. Like you said, if you don't know who's standing in front of you, you could be standing in front of a Fortune 500 person who has all the answers. Or you could even just stand in front of somebody who can change your oil for $10. It really is the networking, I think, is the best part of this job. People who come from all different walks of work life, and things you never knew you could apply that into what you're doing. I think that's been the coolest part. That's been the coolest part, absolutely has been.
I feel like I can understand that. Like, working in this industry, I've definitely met a lot of people, like, between my coworkers and players, like, you just meet kind of everything and everybody.
And they have like a million different jobs going on.
Yes.
And it's not just one career and it doesn't identify them. You're just like, wow, I can do, I don't know, it's empowering. It's empowering.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question, if someone wanted to enter your area of hospitality, what advice would you give them?
Patience, calm, if you're working in any type of gaming, hospitality management, a lot of patience. You're gonna need it. Also, always have an open mindset too. A lot of people come in with just their preconceived notions or whatever it could be in here, but at the end of the day, like, if you just have an open mind and really have tenacity too.
Right.
I think that's something else you need in this industry. You can't just come in willy-nilly. It's like in service to others, has to be something that's in your wheelhouse. If you don't have that, maybe an analytical career or something like that might be better suited for you. But if you don't come in with that in service to others type of thing in your personality, I don't know if this is going to be the right career choice for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
I definitely have to have a bit of personality with listing. Definitely, everybody sees me sitting up front. Have to be able to talk and chat while also being patient with all of the different people that are coming up to you with all of the different attitudes.
You're gonna be able to be multitasker like crazy, right?
Definitely.
While be kind and nice the whole time, just smiling. Yeah.
Okay, so for our closing question, what's one thing you wish people understood about hospitality professionals?
Take our job seriously. We want needs of our customers met 1,000,000%. Some of us take home, oh man, I could have done that better. Oh man, I don't know if they're gonna be. I don't know. We take a lot of it home with us. I would say that if you are going to be in this industry, remember your shirt is made out of doormat material. Sometimes they wipe your feet right on you, just dust it right off. Don't worry about it. Don't take it so personally.
Right.
You know, sometimes you think people kind of treat you a certain way. It's like, yeah, you're the busboy today. Yeah, you're the host attendant today. Yeah, you're in charge of leading this huge hospitality crew in this Fortune 500 company. It's all going to feel like a little stressful at the end of the day when you're taking on a lot. Just remember to compartmentalize it. Try to write down the worst 3 things that happened that day or the best 3 things that happened that day. If you can't do that every day, do it tomorrow for the last 2 days. Don't be so hard on yourself is what I'm saying ultimately. Right. Don't be so hard on yourself. Stay calm. Each day you're going to get at it. You're going to do it. You're going to do better, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Those are all my questions I had for today. And I'm very happy that you got to share your experience in the industry with us today.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Tay.
Yeah.
All right, honey.